TSZYU gets annihilated by Bakram, coming off his loss from Fondora. We gotta talk about this. What's up, boxing world? This is Raw Boxing Magic. We back, and it's a movie. So, what happened to TSZYU last night is exactly what I've been saying back when he was getting ready for the Keith Thurman fight. That he's gonna have trouble with somebody who can move and who can punch and who has a high level of ring IQ. Now, I wouldn't say Bakram had the highest level of ring IQ or movement, but he had great punch placement, he had decent counters, and to be quite frank, TSZYU just came plummeting forward over and over. It was pure insanity. I mean, you keep trying the same thing, hoping for a different result. And especially after you were hurt. Didn't create any space, didn't create any distance, didn't show ring IQ, didn't show defense. I mean, he just kept coming forward like a child. And I've said this before, that TSZYU needs his opponent standing right in front of him. Not only does he need his opponents standing right in front of him, he's been fighting opponents with a lack of boxing skill. Boxers that are not technical, boxers that don't move. So TSZYU got beat from pillar to post. And it was a fight that I believe TSZYU still could have won if he changed his game plan. I don't know if he's just that bullheaded or his corner may have really failed him, because I can't see how, being his corner man, you would let him keep going out there doing the same exact thing. You know, it's beyond me. I really don't understand that. How could your trainer let you keep going out there displaying the same activities over and over, hoping for a different result? And I understand when someone gets hurt, your natural instinct is to say, hold up, I need to get that back. I need to get that back. I'm behind. I need to get that back. But when you're a world-class fighter, you know that it'll come. You know, the get back will come. Just stay poised, think in the ring, utilize the ring, utilize IQ. But a fighter like TSZYU just does not have that in his equipment. He is not equipped in that way. This is why I said he would have lost to Keith one-time Thurman. I don't care how long the layoff was and all of that. When you've been fighting since you've been 7 years old, it's just in you. It's just in you. Maybe you decline a little bit, but when you're fighting a guy that's not technical, like TSZYU, you have a lot better chance in defeating him. So it was just a sad night for TSZYU, and you could just look at the look on his face, man, and you could see that it really, really bothered TSZYU, this loss. And he's probably more upset with himself and how he fought the fight. You know, but congratulations to Bakram. He did his thing. He put his name on the map. This is why I was saying yesterday, guys like Tarver was speaking out saying that TSZYU was the best in the 154 division. And I just completely disagree with that, because I never seen it. He never had any special effects. He was never that kind of fighter. He just was a tough, steel-hearted fighter. That's it. Before the fight, Keith Thurman ran up on him and said, you like a Russian. It's like Russian versus Russian. Another dig at him. At first, he called him a Mexican fighter. Now he's calling him a Russian. He's basically saying that he's one-dimensional. You know, he has that kind of style. And TSZYU goes on to say, no, I'm a hybrid. I don't know what you're a hybrid at. Maybe you're saying you're a hybrid between a Mexican fighter and a Russian fighter. Maybe. And if you meant that, I'm inclined to agree. And that's no dig at Mexican fighters, because it's a lot of Mexican fighters that acquired more skill and attributes to their game over time. You know, we've seen fighters implement boxing skill like Canelo Alvarez and utilizing different features facets to the game. So what does this mean now for the 154-pound division, and how can TSZYU get himself back into contention? Me personally, I still would like to see the Keith Thurman fight. I mean, he's coming off 2 losses, TSZYU, and Keith Thurman has been inactive for a very long time. I think it kind of evens itself out, and I think that would be for a good show. And also, you know, you got Errol Spence calling Keith Thurman goofy, but I think what's goofy is not wanting to ever fight Keith Thurman. And I think Keith Thurman should get in the ring with Errol Spence as well, if Errol Spence is not going to fight Fundora, which is a fight that I believe Errol Spence will lose. But you really have to think in that ring, man. You can't just keep trying to walk a guy down, especially a guy that's can punch, that's a champion in Bakram. He doesn't know how to lose yet. Undefeated fighters carry around a certain confidence that you can't break unless you break the will, unless you show it in the ring. So he wasn't going to back down just because you were in his face all night. And you seen how that worked out for you. He was badly hurt. TSZYU was badly hurt. Stumbled, kept getting dropped. I mean, of course, he showed the heart of a warrior, but it takes more than heart in that ring. You know, the skills just didn't show up. And this is what I've been saying for a very long time. But again, congratulations to Bakram. I am excited to see the fights that he will fight in the future. It was a decent night of boxing, and that's all I got for now. But by now, y'all should know my temperature. I don't do no faking or no fraud, and that ain't my texture. I love y'all. I'm out.